if you haven't bought Gamestop stock yet, you've already probably missed out. But that doesn't mean you're completely out of luck, because this could actually change the stock market in a very, very big way.
I think that what you're seeing is essentially a pushback against the establishment in a really important way. You have a lot of people, and I would encourage anybody who is dismissive of this thing to go into Wall Street Bets and actually just read the forums. And I think that you're going to see three kinds of posts. The first kind of content are a lot of people doing some incredible fundamental diligence on companies, trying to think about long-term value. And in my opinion, many of them are doing as good and frankly a better job than a lot of hedge fund analysts that I work with. That's number one. The second are a lot of people who believe that, coming out of 2008, what happened was Wall Street took an enormous amount of risk and they left retail as the bag holder. And a lot of these kids were in grade school and high school when that happened. They lost their homes, their parents lost their jobs, and they've always wondered, why did those folks get bailed out for taking enormous amounts of risk and nobody helped and showed up to help my family? And then the third thing is a realization that instead of having idea dinners or, quiet whispered conversations amongst hedge funds in the Hamptons, these kids have the courage to do it transparently in a forum. And I'm not saying all of it is perfect by any means, but I think it takes an enormous amount of faith in the system to be that transparent, to talk about things, and then for each individual to make their own mind up and to do things, whether it's to buy and to sell.
Yeah, it's always funny watching some of those interviews and someone forgets to turn the anchor's mic off. Dude, just press the button, turn the mic off. It's very simple. Well, if you haven't heard already, here's a little bit of background on what actually happened in the craziness in the stock market. So basically, hedge fund guys bet the stock market would go down and put money on that. And then Reddit users came together to prop that stock back up. And now these hedge fund dudes could lose big. And that's big with a very massive B, as in billions. Okay, that joke didn't quite work out. They're not all going to work out. Anyway, so far this year, short sell positions in the U.S. have lost over $70 billion. $70 billion. Basically, people making these short sell bets have lost $70 billion so far this year, which is a massive amount of money. Now, not all of that is tied to this GameStop craziness we're seeing going on right now, but still, that is a lot of money. And one thing that I think is definitely being missed in this whole story is that these hedge fund guys, these big money Wall Street, capitalist folks, they're not even gambling with their own money. They're gambling with our money. And, the Reddit folks aren't done. So far, they've propped up AMC's stock price, and they've propped up Nokia's stock price. But of course, the only thing that could actually stop them is Wall Street itself. And the market is actually talking about shutting down over this, stopping trading to basically get a handle what's going on. And I guess that's just how the free market works these days. It works for the rich, but if the poor guy gets lucky, well, then apparently it doesn't work at all. But yes, if you did miss out on the original GameStop stock, jumping up, there's still time. So get on Reddit or Discord if that hasn't been shut down yet, and I guess place your bets, y'all.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics, the news, and all the stuff that's going on in our country?